Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Everyday October. If you are new here, hello, my name is Millie. I am posting a new video every single day in October. Yes, I am absolutely loopy-loo. So today I have looked back over my favourites video from last year. So just about 12 months ago, exactly, to all of the products that I was loving, all of the products that I tested last year, all of the products that I said that I loved in that video. I want to look back over them. I want to give them another go today. I want to see what I think of them. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you want to see 31 updates in the month of October from little old me, you can subscribe down below. But let's just get on into it, because the first product that I am going to be putting on today, I can firmly say is still an absolute favourite. And look at this primer. This is the MUA Pro Base Brightening Primer. Look how little of that I've got left. I love this stuff. If you have got dry skin and you want something that is quite thick and quite hydrating, but just the perfect base, obviously it's a primer, it's the perfect base for underneath makeup, this primer is fantastic. And it smells like foam bananas. Say less, it's one of my favourite smells. I absolutely love it. A really good artificial foam banana scent in a primer that's hydrating and just beautiful and rich on your skin. Say less, I absolutely love this stuff. So it does come out yellow. It doesn't look yellow on the skin, fear not, but I still love this stuff. And it smells so good. It smells incredible. And it's just perfect. Underneath makeup. I know it's a primer. I get that. But oh, it's just so lovely, and like it feels like a very thick, rich, hydrating moisturiser. But then it sort of sinks in and just plumps up your skin. It's beautiful. It's so, so beautiful. Work it around the brows, because I didn't mention any brow products in my favourites video of last year. So I've already done my brows. It's the Troublemaker Brow Gel and the new Beauty Bay brow pen that I can't stop using. I absolutely love that. That was a favourite earlier. If my September favourites, that was in there. I love that stuff. So look, hydrated. Nothing crazy. Like, it's not going to colour correct. It's not going to do anything like that. It's just a beautiful, hydrated, foamy banana skin. I just love. It just looks so glowy, but like not in a glowy way, like just in a hydrated way. I love it. So I also didn't mention foundation or concealer, but I know that I was loving these two last year. The Made by Mitchell Build foundation and the Brighten concealer. I mean, look. I've really made my way through with the concealer. I have made my way through the foundation as well, but I shook it up so you can't see. I don't like the packaging. That is no secret. Why does it have a wand for a foundation? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Give me a pump. Give me a pump any day. But the actual foundation, I love. It's a soft matte, perfect amount of coverage, really great shade range, just beautiful. And like I say, I know I didn't mention this in last year's favourites, but I know I was using it. I was using it in so many of my videos. It actually made it into my favourites of the year, this foundation. And the concealer, I do believe. I love both of these. So I'm just going to bounce over the skin with a damp sponge. Do the same with the concealer as well, and we'll come back for bronzer, because I actually mentioned a bronzer and lots of blush, but I have just picked one for today's video. I've only got one face. I do only have one face. There we go. So foundation and concealer all blended in. I just love this combo because you've got the hydration from the primer, but then the foundation is more of a matte finish. And I just feel like it just looks so natural, but not too glowy, but not too matte. I love the combo. I love to see it. So for bronzer, I would have said that I tested this long before October of last year, but it was in my favourites. This is the 17 Sculpt Define Contour Wand. I have this in the medium shade. I have used this so much. In fact, if I hold this way around, I might be, yeah, I can squeeze this so that we can see how much of this I've used. I've used a ton of this. I actually think if I really tried to, I could probably finish this fairly soon, because that is how much product there is, just up to there. That's how much product's left. So I could definitely try. If I could actually finish it, I don't know, but I could definitely try. I really like this bronzer still. It's a beautiful colour. It's very thin, so it blends out really beautifully. I just love the colour and the finish of this bronzer. It's really pretty. So I've dotted that all over, and I'm just going to blend this out with my brush. And you'll see it's a very thin sort of texture, like the amount of pigment, it really blends out beautifully. It's not too much. I reach for this one sort of semi-often, I would say. I just really like the texture of it. And also, of course, like the colour and the finish. Again, it's not too matte. It does leave the skin looking nice and glowy and bronzed, which is all you can ask for with a bronzer. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's very contoury, just with it saying that it's Sculpt Define. I feel like this is a really good bronzing wand, you know? I wouldn't necessarily say that this is a contour colour, like it's a bronzer. I don't know why brands are so scared of calling things a bronzer. Like there's so many contour wands that I have that are bronzer coloured. Is there a reason for that? Am I missing something? Because I feel like it's a beautiful bronzer. Don't be scared to call it a bronzer. We love bronzers. Contour, like actual contour, terrifies me. Grey tones. I don't want to look like an extra from The Walking Dead, but I love this one because it's not a contour. So for blush, again, there were a load of blushes that I mentioned last year, and I actually forgot about this one because, in my defence, I have 6 of them and I had put this one back in the wrong drawer. I should have put it in the orangey drawer, and I hadn't. I'd put it in the berry drawer, and it's not a berry tone, it's a beautiful orange peachy tone. This is the Made by Mitchell Baked Luminous Blush, the Blursh pod, and this is in Highly Seasoned. When I watched my favourites from last year, I was like, oh yeah, where is that blush? Because I knew that it wasn't in the drawer with the orange blushes. And it wasn't, it was in with the berry ones, which obviously I haven't like really looked at since winter last year. I love this one. And I'm so glad that now I know where it is. And I'm going to be living in this one all over again. I mean, it is more of a summery shade, technically. Like, it is a brighter, more like orangey shade. But I do still love, no matter the season, I love an orangey blush. And I'm sad that I didn't forget about this one. Honestly, I thought I'd lost it. I'm just going to be so real with you. I thought, you know, I've taken this somewhere to get ready at work. I've misplaced it. It's been in the car at some point, you know, something like that. No, I just organised too well, which isn't an issue that I generally have. I tidied too well and I put it back in the wrong place and it confused me. But look at this colour. Like, tell me that that peachy, warm blush with the green dress, with the orange hair. I'm gonna do a green eye. I think, I'm not sure. We can figure that out together, but I love this blush. I am so sorry that I've been neglecting it. Because look, and it's glowy and it's soft and it's just the perfect colour. I'm so sad that I have had a summer without this blush, because this is a very summery blush for me. But it's back and it's here to stay. I really, really like that. So, ooh, what's that? What is that? Who knows? Yeah, I'm so happy to have this back. And this is why I periodically go through my own old videos, especially like favourites videos, because I'm like, yeah, I did love that. Where is it? And I remember things that I have and I own and I love, such as this blush. So I am going to go ahead and put some eyeshadow primer on. Again, didn't have a favourite. Well, I would have had a favourite. It would have been the Beauty Bay eyeshadow primer that is no more. So I'll use something else. I will use something else. I'll zoom you in and we can get into two eyeshadow palettes from last October that I still love. Can you guess which ones I'm going to use? They would have been in the thumbnail. It's no secret. But eyeshadow primer, zoom you in, and we can move on. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow primer all blended out. I went with the Troublemaker Lotta Life primer. That again wasn't even a thing last year, but I have been loving this year. So the first palette that I'm going to go in with, because like I said, there is two for today. First up, we've got Divination. I simply love this palette. I still use this so much. Robert Welsh really did a thing when he did this palette. It was in collaboration with Blend Bunny. This is what it looks like. I love her. She is beauty, she is grace. I want these colours on my face. So I'm going to start with, let's start with a real big fluffy brush. And I'm going to go in with, let's go in with Aura. I have no idea what I want to do, but let's start with this matte mustard shade on the top row. And let's wiggle this above the crease. I think I want to do more of the greens today to match my dress, which, thank you, it's new to me. Got it on Vinted. I buy literally all of my clothes on Vinted now. I could not tell you the last time I bought anything new from a shop. Other than like chub rub shorts and underwear, you know? But everything else I buy on Vinted. I don't know where this was from, but I really like it. It's green. Who's mad? I love green. I love green. So, I love green, I love orange. I love all colours. But I love wearing green. It feels very earthy and I don't know. I just really like this dress. And that is all you need to know. So I'm going to do a look that's green to match my dress. Greenish. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm very caffeinated today. Can you tell? I feel like you can tell. I need to stop drinking black coffee before 6 AM. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine. So that is the Aura shade all blended out. I have also run that just a little bit under the eye. I'm going to go in with a much smaller brush because I want to really deepen up the outer corner, and I'm going to go in with the shade 13. The green, the deep green. I really like how this palette is laid out, so you've got like the variety in the different colour stories. So just going in with that smaller brush into the shade 13. Look at that colour. That matches my dress so perfectly. We love to see it. So packing that on the outer corner. I'll also put that under the eye because why not? We are here. Because you don't look weird with eyeshadow under your eyes, you're just not used to it. We share a birthday. Did you know that? If you don't know the reference. I'm very aware that you might not know the reference. Lynn's Makeup Looks on Instagram and YouTube. 9th of January. That's us. And Kate, Princess Kate. She's older, Lindsay's younger than me. I'm in the middle. We share a birthday, cute. There we go, so that's the darkest green. I have started tapping that across the lid, but I'm gonna go with the next green over, which is called Tea Leaf, and that's more of a mid-tone, and I'm just gonna tap that next to that green just to blend it out a little bit. And then I want to go in with the other palette that I was loving last October, and it is the Mini Charms by Beauty Bay. So although the shimmers in the Divination palette are beautiful, and truly they are, I love specifically the lighter side. I do use those more, just personal preference. Although some of the deeper ones as well are like beautiful and shifty. I was also loving the Mini Charms last year, so I'm going to go in with one of these. Which one am I going to use? I don't know, because none of them are like green. Does it need to be? Absolutely not. But I'm going to go in with one of these on this little blank area here. So let's get a brush because my nails are long. I'm not getting anywhere near that inner corner with these talons. I need to go at some point and get them done, but will that be anytime soon? No, it will not. So going in with a fluffy brush, and do I just go in with that white one? The white one that shifts a little bit pink, would that go? Who knows, who knows? Let's try it. I do like a nice bright shimmer, so got that on there. Let's press that onto the lid. Very pretty. It is very, very pretty. I love these like duochromes, and at the time of filming they do still have this palette in stock. They still have it, but I'm pre-filming a little bit. I'll let you in on a little secret. It is September as I'm filming this. Don't tell anyone. I'm posting every day this month. Can you tell that I am already losing it? And every day October hasn't even started yet. My cat's at the door. She's gonna have to wait because I'm blending. I'm blending. I don't know what's wrong with her, but there she is at the door, probably wanting feeding. Girl, same. Girl, same. So that is the shimmer just on the inner part of the eye there. I actually quite like that warmer tone. It's more of a sheer colour, but I like the brightness that's coming from that with the darkness on the outer corner. pretending that she's never been fed, that cat. Yeah, so I'm happy with how that is looking. I am gonna have to go and feed that cat. Taking all of the paint off my door. Okie dokie, so the cat has been fed. The skies have opened, if you can hear the rain. Just a little bit of rain ASMR for you. You are so welcome. Giving all of the autumnal vibes, I am so here for it. So let's finish off the eyes with one of my favourite products of all time. It's now thundering. Great! This is the MUA Control Freak Precision Brush Tip Liner. Now last October I had only tried the black and the brown version of these, I do believe. Now I've tried all of the colours. I absolutely love all of them. There's a purple, there's a green, I think there might be a blue. Honestly, I've tried all of them. I love all of them. These are so long lasting. They're so easy to draw on. They're very liquidy, but once they set, they are there all day. Like no smudging, nothing. They are just beautiful liquid liners. Genuinely one of my favourites of all time. So I'm just going to go in with the black one. I need to wipe the end of this because I was using a glitter the last time I used this, so just give that a little wipe. And let's go ahead and do a nice black liquid liner. And if I just do this so that you can see what I'm doing, you will see how quick this is. Like genuinely so quick. So like the pen is so liquidy, very precise. You can get it to be a really precise little line if that's what you're after. I love a big black wing, so I'm not scared of doing that. But look how quick, so quick and so easy to use. I find it so difficult when I'm concentrating to talk at the same time, but these are so easy to use and so pigmented and so black and just the perfect liquid liner. I'm the biggest fan. I would genuinely really recommend these liquid liners if you are new to a liquid liner, if you don't know how to do it, if you're still learning, you're still trying to figure out a liquid liner. These ones I would say are the most user friendly, just so easy to use and so incredibly affordable. So many different colours. I love one of my favourite products that I tested from last year. So I didn't have a mascara. I didn't mention one in my favourites last year, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one because it was already out on my table. This is the Profusion Dream Big Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. So I'm going to go off and do that, and then we can finish up the lips together. And it's not a lip product, but we'll get there, Give me a minute. Mascara first. There we go, so mascara is done. I love how this eye look has turned out. It's like warm and green and a little bit pink and orange with that like Beauty Bay Duochrome shade. But I think that looks lovely. I still really love everything that I'm using, everything, because that's the point of the video. All of my favourites from last year. So let's zoom out and we can do the lip together. That, like I say, it's not a lip product. Well, it sort of is. Let me zoom you out. So I'm just going to wipe off the lip balm that I already had on, which actually is a little bit pink. I didn't think it through. It's the Pixi Lip Tone pH Reactive Gloss. I've got a little mini one. Really like that, but didn't think it through. It is a little bit pink. Never mind. It will go with the lip that we are using today because this was one of the products from last October. This is the Revolution Jelly Blush Lip and Cheek Stain. I like it. as both, because it's a very thin sort of watery texture rather than something too creamy and thick that dries down too much. I really like this on the lip. Please keep the little plastic nub that it comes with to keep it from drying out because otherwise it will, and just scribble this over. That's very pink. I will blend it out a little bit. This is the shade Cherry. It's the only one that I've tried actually from Revolution, but I do like the amount of pigment that you get from that. So I'm just going to take a clean finger and smudge over the edges, and it gives almost like a little popsicle stain of colour, but it does stain all day. Like it leaves the colour there. The stain stays. It's so pretty. So just bounce over with that sponge, and I think we're done. I think we're done. So that is everything. My October 2024 favourites revisited. And honestly, I feel like October, well, like autumn in general, we get a lot of new makeup releases. There's lots that's going on, and 2024 autumn makeup really was a good time. Like, so many of these products are still favourites, and for good reason. Look at this makeup look. I love it. So that is everything. I would love to hear if any of these were your favourites as well, and if you still love them. I would love to hear what products from 2024 are you still loving. I feel like we got really spoiled last year. Like, we got so many great makeup products and I'm still loving so many of them. So I'd love to hear down below. That is everything for today. It's still absolutely chucking it down. That's fine. But that is me done. Thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.